Teasing. Tasing. Sorry. Let you hopefully come through. But welcome to another edition of Mel's Mat Caht. So, how's everybody's Friday going? Mine is just crazy. I got so much going on right now with family and personal shit and whatnot. I don't know if I've announced this, but as of about 2 weeks ago, my skin cancer came back, and I am going to be starting my first treatment on Monday, which it's like 2 days a week, 4 weeks, and I'm done because it's not as bad as the last time it was, which is great. And things have evolved and whatnot. So there's really not that much going on this week. We have Revolution, which I'm going to be doing the preview and predictions for Revolution on Sunday morning early. Then the review will be sometime Monday. I don't know exactly what time, but I'll keep to my Twitter and everything like that, X, whatever it is, and you'll find out. Please go, as speaking of being on here. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I go live or I upload a video, you will all know about it. Please also go check out the rest of my content, including the review of WWE Elimination Chamber Perth 2024. I'm going to be starting to get out my WrestleMania schedule within the next couple of weeks. So just bear with me. So yeah, that is that. There's really not. We're gonna have Sting last match on Sunday, so we can look forward to that. We could also look forward to the build of WrestleMania with the main event with The Rock and stuff. They're going to be on SmackDown tonight, as well as Cody, and I think even Seth Rollins is going to be there. So it's going to be a good SmackDown. So let's do this. Like, let's get this going, and that's basically about it. I mean, if you're a TNA watcher, you got Alexander Hammerstone from MLW, so enjoy him. He's really, really good, and he's sexy as fuck. Also, I'm going to address the whole thing with Maxine Dupree, as I've been trying to, because I got called a racist earlier this week. I have a right to my own opinions. All right. If I don't like somebody, I don't have to like somebody. And it's not like, she sucks as a person. She sucks as a performer. It's not a participation trophy here. You're going to end up not, and she's learning on the fly. That's irresponsible of WWE. Very irresponsible. What was she in fucking NXT for a cup of coffee? She was there for a blink, and she was on the main roster doing fucking Maximum Male Model shit. Send her back to the Performance Center. Fucking Gallows and Anderson are down there. Fucking Baron Corbin's down there. She's not proud enough. I mean, go back down there. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with that? Everybody has done it. Even fucking AJ Styles would have wanted to go down there. So if it's good enough for AJ Styles, it's good enough for her. Okay? Seriously. And for all the women to fucking come out, I'm a woman. She sucks. She absolutely fucking sucks. She's going to get hurt. And that's it. That's it. She's going to get hurt, and everybody's going to say, oh, she got hurt and it's her fault. No, it's not her fault. It's not another person's fault. It's her fault for not being trained properly. And she's in the fucking house shows with Nia Jax. There you go. I also got called a racist because I think fucking Bianca Belair is an obnoxious woman. She sounds ghetto. She sounds fucking ghetto. I don't want to be dealing with this. You're dumbing down my fucking intelligence here. I know it's her fucking character, but Jesus Christ. Make it evolve. I mean, Jesus Christ, whipping the hair, smacking the ass. Yeah, I want to deal with that. Seriously, people. And I'm tired of this, seeing her fucking face all over the fucking goddamn poster. She doesn't even have a fucking match. She's not even a program yet. Honestly, what the hell is going on here? Oh, is it because she has a show on Hulu? Then if she's on there, her husband has to be on there. Equal fucking opportunity, people. Equal opportunity. Trust me. Give me a fucking break, honestly. And then you got poor Bailey that's being left out of every fucking thing. Nobody's mentioning her. Everybody's mentioning Becky, Rhea. Nobody's fucking mentioning Io and Bailey. That I have a problem with because it doesn't make it. Why bother with the Royal Rumble then? I better hear something tonight or I'm going to be fucking livid. I also want to address Ole Anderson and Virgil. We lost them earlier this week. My prayers and condolences go out to his colleagues, his family, and his friends. Here at Mel's Mat Caht, we send out those wishes. I do want to share a quick story with Virgil when I was watching him and everything like that. My favorite moment with him is when he won the $1 million championship at SummerSlam, and it was fucking amazing. And it's like the greatest underdog story to win the $1 million championship. And then we had, it's so sad, it's so sad that even in that match now, like there's two people that has passed away: Sensational Sherry, WWE Sensational Sherry, WWE Hall of Famer Sensational Sherry, and Virgil. So it's sad. I thought it was a joke. I was actually thinking it was a joke. I thought he was playing, that people were playing with me. But no, rest in peace, Ole Anderson and Virgil. Moving on. Please do me a favor. Please go follow me on all social media, which is Facebook, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Cameo. I am on Cameo, so go check me out there. Mel's Mat Caht is the handle. Please also go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Visit their website for all your beard essentials. If you have a guy, girl, or whoever keeps a beard and they need the righteous stuff, go check out Maestro Classics. I'm telling you, it is an amazing company, so go support them. Please also go support Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Visit their website for all your artillery to murder your thirst. They have spring water, flavored sparkling water, iced tea, and praying lemonade. And also, they just came out with electric light packets, so you can go put them in the in your water. But if you're an adult, and please drink responsibly and don't drink and drive, you can use them as mixers. If you're a coffee aficionado, please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and go get all your coffee essentials there. Hi, Larry. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. If you support independent professional wrestling, we have one in the metro area. It's House of Glory. They're doing their next event, which is tomorrow, March 2nd. We have the debuts of Mustafa Ali versus Alex Shelley for the Crown Jewel Championship. Lo Sombra versus Lance Anoa'i. Yes, that Anoa'i family. HOG World Championship. Mike Santana versus Penta El Zero Miedo. And then we have Sweet Cheeks versus Danhausen. He's going to be there. Violet and Diamond versus Kiki and Kumar. And the Rascals versus Cash Flow Inc. So go get your tickets at hogwrestling.net. And they will be on the Thriller app. So if you want to pay and go get the event, it'll be on there tomorrow. Also, Friday, April 5th, Wrestling Revolver and House of Glory will be having a show together on WrestleMania weekend. Mustafa Ali versus Amazing Red, Alex Shelley versus Hog Champion, Mike Santana, the Rascals, and the Grizzly Veterans will be making an appearance. And Steve Macklin versus Charles Mason. On May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, La Casa del Gloria will be, there'll be an event there. And then on Saturday, May 25th, they're going to Boston. So go get your tickets. Everything is on hogwrestlings.net website. And if he can heal up, you'll be seeing in Boston El Helio Vikingo. So, go get your tickets there. And if you want your tickets for the Wrestling Revolver show, go to WrestlingRevolverTix.com. You just have to go on their webpage and then it'll take you to the links. I'm not 100% sure, but it's through Wrestling Revolvers. Just look it up. Go Google it, okay? Go Google it. All right, let's get this party started. I'm going to start off with AEW, which I'm only going to do 2 shows, which is Collision and Rampage from last week to get you ready and whatnot. I will have Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage from this week on the Go Home show for Revolution. So go check that out. It will be Sunday sometime early in the morning. So today we're going to do Collision and Rampage and Monday Night Raw, and then I'll get you out of here. Very, very, very simple today. All right, Rampage came from the Box Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 3-way trios match. Action Andretti and Top Flight. The Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith, Commander and Penta El Zero Miedo. Matt Sydal and Private Party. Mark Quinn and Isaiah Scott. Sydal uses the side headlock takedown. Action Andretti Action fire back with a dropkick, taking Sydal off his feet. Brian Keith tagged in and booted Darius Martin in the face. Private Party utilized stand-up offense. Penta El Zero Miedo entered the fray. Dante Martin grabbed a blind tag. Cassidy, and then the match broke down with all 3 teams brawling. Commander paired off with Dante in the ring and took him down with the head scissors. Commander hit Dante with a arm drag, dragged off the ropes. Penta jumped in and connected with a sling blade on Dante. Brian Keith nailed Action with a neck breaker. Action used a handspring elbow and rocked both team members of Private Party. Keith blasted Darius with a running boot, sending Darius spilling out on the arena floor. Commander locked upside down in a flying surfboard on the apron. Sydal escaped and crushed Commander with a Meteora. Penta El Zero Miedo was right there to grab Sydal and impale him on the apron with a fear factor. Private Party attempted gin and juice on Penta, but Penta countered with a destroyer on Cassidy. Keith headbutted Quinn, knocking him off the top turnbuckle to the arena floor. Commander flew out of the ring with a tornillo and landed on a pile of wrestlers on the outside of the ring. Penta El Zero Miedo spiked Sydal with a fear factor and pinned him. We go to Renee Paquette backstage with Saraya and Harley Cameron. Renee Paquette, as I just told you, backstage with Saraya and Harley Cameron. I'm sorry, that was a family thing. When I pick up my phone and it's a family thing, I have to stop and take the text. I'm sorry. You just got to understand this. Family comes first for me. Saraya, I don't give a shit about Ruby Soho. Harley, Saraya, breathe with me. Feel better. Saraya, I have some business I have to talk about. Renee, you know my family is like a big wrestling family, royalty in the UK. Well, I have a special announcement I have to make. My brother Zodiac Zack Knight has become all elite. Baby brother, come here. Yeah, he is scary, and this could have been yours, Ruby. I was going to set you up with him. You messed it up to go with some greasy and to go with someone greasy and slimy. Harley, look at him. He's hot. Your whole family's hot. That's right. Anyway, things are about to get really spicy around here, Renee. So we have Paige's brother finally has a home in the United States, which is with AEW. AEW EVP, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus Johnny Lyons and Cappuccino Jones. The names, I'm telling you, these names are killing me lately. I am tired of this. All right. Nicholas pummeled Lyons with a strike to the back. Matthew tagged in and hit Lyons with a running forearm. I am going to say Nick and Matt because I'm not going to fucking keep doing this shit, okay? Fuck the EVPs, okay? Cappuccino grabbed a tag and ate a kick from Matt. Matt battered Cappuccino to the mat, shutting him down. Matt planted Jones with a DDT. Nick knocked Jones' block off with a lariat. The Bucks spiked Jones with a Tony Khan driver. And then Matt pinned Jones. Did you think they weren't going to win? I mean, come on. They're EVPs. Let me tell you, if I ever got a title that said executive vice president, I tell them to fucking change it because of this. It just ruins it. After the match, the Bucks invited Tony Schiavone. Thinking of what Taz usually says, "Ay, Maida," into the ring. Nick, we're not going to attack you. Tony, more than a week ago, you invited us into this ring. I swear to God, I tripped my shoe and accidentally knocked you down. I just want to clear the air and apologize right here. I'm sorry. Matt, to show you we're sorry, we went and got you a gift. This $25 gift Amazon card. We love you. We're sorry. That's not the only thing. We're sorry. We're also sorry that we can't get Darby Allin and Sting's bloodstains out of our $5,000 suits. Trust me, those are not $5,000 suits. Those are $100 at fucking Just for Men. Not Just for Men. At the men's tuxedo place down the block here. Come on. You kidding me? I know what $5,000 suits look like. I've seen them. I've taken them off. They've been beside my bedside, okay? There are a couple of things they're not going to be too sorry about, Tony. The first thing is we're going to beat the hell out of Darby Allin at Revolution. For all the trash he's talked about us publicly on television. And the thing is, we're going to be at least apologetic about when we're going to take Sting and we pin him to the mat and we say goodbye to him and we say farewell to the most legendary careers of all times. Stinger, you could call us Father Time because just like Father Time, we're undefeated. Just like Father Time, we're coming for you. Now not Sting, The Undertaker has come out and said that the match that could still very well be happening. I mean, they still have 2 shows that they have to do over in Saudi Arabia. Could you imagine them getting that fucking match? Fucking Triple H. Do you know how much of a fucking Cheshire Cat grin that he would have getting that fucking match, knowing everybody wants it and it's under the WWE moniker? The fucking goddamn ego trip he would have over Tony Khan. Oh, yeah, you can have his last match, but I'm really getting his last match. You have it in AEW, but he's going to have his last match right here, right now. I'm living for it. I love when Triple H just completely fucking utterly just does nothing. And Tony Khan, Triple H is living rent free in Tony Khan's brain. And I'm not going to, yes, I said it and I'm not sorry for it. Bam. Tony Schiavone interviewed Sammy Guevara in the ring. Sammy, last week I got in the ring with my childhood hero, Jeff Hardy. But on the other hand, I'm mad. Will Hobbs put me through a table. Will Hobbs, I always said you had endless potential, but alone, you don't need Don Callis sucking the life out of your career. But it's too late because I am mad. So enough talking. Get your ass out here now. Don Callis walked down the ramp. Callis, you're back at work after nursing the child. The only thing you've done the past 6 months is reproduce. You should be proud of that. Dogs do it. Even people can do it too. You used to be a great athlete, Sammy. You used to be a guy I wanted in the Don Callis family. Now you've become like so many, you become weak. Powerhouse jumped in the ring to ambush Sammy, but Sammy dodged Hobbs and drilled him with a thrust kick. Sammy flew over the top and wiped out Hobbs on the arena floor. Sammy smashed a steel chair into the spine of Hobbs. Sammy tried to hoist up Hobbs for the GTH, but Hobbs countered with a spinebuster. Hobbs hit a second spinebuster. Hobbs crushed Sammy with a world's most dangerous slam. The message has been said. Hobbs will not rest until Sammy is done, said Excalibur. Sky Blue was backstage with some strong words. Blue, I had a match that won. If I wasn't for some sad excuse of a man, I would had that match won and I deserved it. TBS champion Julia Hart worked up to Sky to comfort her. Julia, Sky, it's okay. We shall get our comeuppance. And while getting our revenge, I shall dig these graves. One for Willow, one for Statlander, and one for Stokely. Now who do you want first? Sky, I want whomever is going to step up and fight me. Honestly, I would love to see Malachi. Oy, oy, oy. Focus, Melissa. Focus, Mel. Come on. I would like to see Malachi bring her in. Have that extra woman there to back up, because Buddy and Brody can't touch any of the women. Just saying. Mariah May versus Anna Jay. Thank God she got rid of that JAS or whatever. Mariah May went for a drop kick, but Anna sidestepped and followed up with a neck breaker. Mariah fired back with an overhead chops. Mariah rocked Anna with a knee strike. Anna countered the Mariah Mayday and the Queen Slayer, but Mariah backed up into the corner, escaping the hold. Mariah sent Anna soaring with a handstand Hurricane Rana out of the corner. Anna dodged a hip attack from Mariah. Anna nailed Mariah with a backbreaker for a near fall. Anna applied the Queen Slayer, but Mariah hit Anna's arm. Mariah annihilated Anna with a Mayday and in the center of the ring and pinned Anna. You think she just came in? And we all know who's going to give her first loss. It's all about the money, money, money. Counting down. It's getting close. And that could go for both because of Kazuchika Okada and Mercedes Moné. I know. You love me. You gotta love me. Hey, Mr. Zacky boy. Hey, Mr. Zacky boy. Mwah. So we go to backstage with Renee Paquette. She's with Ruby Soho and Angela Parker, who just returned from their date. Ooh. Ruby, I think the date went really well. Parker, it was incredible. I had a great time with you, Ruby. Soraya, you said you didn't care about me. Here's the reality of the situation. For the last year, you told me that I needed you, but you needed me. You are sad, unhappy without me. But when you start talking about Angelo, we have a problem. I said I needed space from you. And that space, I think I found something real in Angelo. Why don't we invite everyone out next week? Bring the crew, and we'll show this shove this down your throat. Parker, you're very hot when you're mad. By the way, let's go grab a drink. All right, I'm kind of sort of fucking into this. I'm sorry. As much as I'm into the Dominic and Rhea situation, which since I brought that up, in about 2 weeks he's getting married. So for all you, it's a little sad because in my mind, I think he needs to just be with Rhea, but it is what it is. But it's always, dream of mine, So we're moving on to the next match. I need a fucking vacation, people, please. Roderick Strong ver- versus Jake Hager. Strong booted Hager in the jaw. Hager hurled Strong halfway across the ring. Roddy dodged and charging Hager. Roddy battered Hager to the mat. Hager retaliated with a running lariat for a near fall. Strong planted Hager with a suplex. Taven and Bennett were about to chase Hornsby, the Drillers mascot. Then international champion Orange Cassidy came out to even up the odds. Orange pulled out Hager's purple bucket hat and tossed it to him. Hager put the hat on and walloped Strong with a running clotheslines. Hager followed up with a belly suplex. Hager splashed Roddy with a Hager bomb for a near fall. The numbers advantage was too much for Orange as Taven and Bennett got the upper hand on him. Back in the ring, Roddy connected with a jawbreaker on Hager. Jake Hager planted Roddy with a doctor bomb for a 2 count. Hager applied the ankle lock, but Taven was distracted by Bennett and Taven, who jumped on the ring apron. Roderick Strong drilled Hager with a jumping knee strike on the jaw. Hager crumbled and Strong won via pinfall. And that was the main event. Saturday, which was Collision, and they're coming from the Great Southern Bank Arena in Springfield, Missouri, featuring Thunder Rosa in action, FTR versus Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, Serena Deeb versus Kira Hogan, Bang Bang Scissor Gang in trios competition, The Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith versus Malachi Black, American Dragon versus Brian Danielson versus Jon Ackerman. I'm going to apologize for that. I'm sorry. I legitimately cannot pronounce these names. I apologize. Hey, Chris. Hey, sweetheart. Welcome. We're going to go on to Collision, then Raw. Then I'm going to get you out of here. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of my fucking Friday. But while you're here, please like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I upload a video, you will all know about it. All right. The no DQ match. Don Callis' family, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Sammy Guevara. All members of the Don Callis family have been barred from ringside, and said Kevin Kelly. Sammy came out of the gate strong, hitting Hobbs with a cutter and then a lariat over the top rope. I'm a collider now, Sammy said, looking into the TV camera. Sammy used the steel ring step as a launch pad. However, Hobbs caught Sammy and planted Sammy with a world's strongest slam into the ring steps. Hobbs smashed Sammy onto the ring's apron and over again, manhandling Sammy with ease. Hobbs ordered Kevin Kelly to stand up and give him his belt. Hobbs whipped Sammy with a leather belt. Sammy moved out of the way and connected with 2 thrust kicks to Hobbs. Sammy waffled Hobbs with a steel chair. Sammy nailed Hobbs with a cutter on the steel steps, and then whipped Hobbs with the belt. Turnaround being fair play. Sammy pulled the table from beneath the ring to set up on the arena floor. Sammy pulled a second table out to set up beside the first table. Sammy climbed to the top turnbuckle and leaped at Hobbs, but Hobbs countered by smashing Sammy through the tables with a spine buster off the apron. Back in the ring, Sammy dodged and splashed Hobbs. Sammy hoisted up Hobbs on his shoulder and rocked Hobbs with the GTH for a near fall. Sammy grabbed the monitor from the ringside and smashed it into Hobbs' head. Sammy pulled out another table and placed it in the ring, but Hobbs was waiting for him with a lariat. Sammy fired back with a thrust kick. Sammy went for a cutter, but got caught by Hobbs, countered with a world's strongest slam. Hobbs set up 2 tables at ringside. Hobbs picked up Sammy and charged at the ring post, but Sammy escaped and shoved Hobbs headfirst into the post. Sammy took 2 beer bottles from the fans at ringside and cracked them over Hobbs' head. I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of stuff in wrestling, said Shivani. Sammy pulled a giant ladder from beneath the ring and slid it into the ring. Sammy climbed the ladder and nailed Hobbs with the senton, crashing through the tables. Fans chanted, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Sammy climbed the turnbuckles, but Hobbs shoved the referee, who collided with Sammy. Hobbs hit a world's strongest slam of the turnbuckle, smashing Sammy through the tables, pinning Sammy. Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley were backstage with some strong words with FTR. Moxley, you pissed us off. You want to challenge us at Revolution. You want to pay homage to the art of the tag team wrestling. We accept. All four of us will show the world that all that history is just that. We are the elite of the elite, and this game evolves. Claudio, FTR, you want to live in the past? That's fine, but you want to step in the future. The path is through us. All of you have to just all you have to do is just be there, be better than Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. Cash hit Lee with a back elbow and took him down with an arm whip. Dax tagged in and dropped a running elbow on the back of Lee's head. Taylor grabbed a tag and Dax slid it under Taylor's legs, taking a step back. Dax connected with a shotgun dropkick, but Taylor answered with a lariat. Taylor cracked Dax with a knee strike and to the head. Taylor followed up with a side slam. Taylor tried for a splash off the turnbuckles, but Dax rolled out of the way. Moriarty tagged in, but so did Cash Wheeler, cleaned house on Taylor and Moriarty. Cash lifted up Lee in a vertical suplex, but Taylor tripped Cash. Taylor walloped Cash with a right hand from the apron while Lee rolled up Cash for a near fall. Cash picked up Lee and held him up for a doomsday device. Dax drilled Moriarty and scored the pin. So a few weeks ago, Jon Moxley said, "Step up and get steppin'. We are like a couple of cockroaches. We take more than a step to kill us. If you have anything else to say us tonight, you'll know where we'll be." Dax, John and Claudio, you talk about how we are throwbacks to the past. That's not what this is about. Mox, you have been here since almost the beginning. For almost 5 years, you've been the king. This is your castle. This is your house. And see, you and I see Claudio and I see Brian, and you walk around in the back and they cower because they're afraid of you. I think you've pissed off because we ain't scared of you. If you're the king, if this is your castle, to be the king, you've got to kill the king. At Revolution, we are coming for your head. Top guys out. I think he may be also talking about Mr. Papa H, Deep down, I know they're Triple H boys. I know they're Papa H boys. Because trust me, they're looking over there, and the tag team division is getting a little spicy. And they're looking at it and they're saying, maybe I think we need to go back over there. And I think maybe we need to, take DIY and take FTR and revive the revival, Thunder Rosa versus Lady Bird Monroe. Blink, it was over, and I didn't give a shit, honestly. Thunder Rosa chopped Monroe. Thunder Rosa drove a knee into Monroe's face, followed up with a flying dropkick. Thunder Rosa planted Monroe with a Tahana bomb and scored the pin victory. No shit. You see this? I'm climbing the ladder. This is my time, said Thunder Rosa. She should have fucking went right up to Tony Storm. I didn't lose that fucking belt, bitch. I want that fucking belt back where it belongs. Renee Paquette was backstage with Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Stokely Hathaway. Stokely, I appreciate the hostility thrown. I don't appreciate the hostility thrown from Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Statlander, Sky, you're looking for a fight, and you and I are gonna go one-on-one. So how about next week I beat your ass. Trios match. Bang Bang Scissor Gang, Jay White, Daddy Ass, and Colton Gunn versus the Iron Savages. Bronson shoved into beefcake boulders by Billy. Colton dropkicked Bronson after getting the tag. The Iron Savages triple teamed Colton in the quarter. Beefcake Boulder planted Colton hard with a vertical suplex. Jay White tagged in and cleaned house on the Iron Savages. White chopped Jack in the corner. Jay White finished with Jack with a Blade Runner and pinned him in a decisive fashion. Lexi Nair interviewed Bryan Danielson backstage ahead of his match against, forgive me, I'm going to fuck up this guy's name, Jon Ackerman. Okay? Danielson said Eddie Kingston was going to be on the commentary and Ackerman was Kingston's hero. Danielson said he was going to be Kingston's hero. Danielson said he's respected and led the legendary Ackerman. Danielson, do you know who I do not respect? Eddie Kingston. He said if he wins our match at Revolution, I have to shake his hand. I do not respect Kingston. He's not a professional. He wasted his potential until the last year. Not only do I not respect him, he wasted potential. His wasted potential pisses me off. And that's why I'm going to beat him at Revolution for the Continental Crown. The Bouncy, Brian Keith, I don't know why I keep saying Keith. Brian Keith versus Malachi Black from the House of Black. Keith booted Black in the face, followed up with a strikes the corner. Black caught Keith in the left knee with a roundhouse kick. Black smashed Keith in the head with a forearm. Black blasted Keith with a straight kick, knocking Keith out of the ring. Keith got back and wiped out Black with an exploder. Suplex. Keith followed up with a neck breaker across the knee for a near fall. Brian Keith drilled Malachi with a DDT off the turnbuckles. Keith clocked Black with a rising headbutt. Black answered with his own headbutt. Black crushed Keith with a double foot stomp from the top rope. Black stunned Keith with a German suplex for a near fall. Keith powerbombed Black out of nowhere for a 2 count. Keith charged at Black, but Black smashed Keith with a spinning heel kick and pinned Keith. No shit. The arena lights went out when it came back on. Mark Briscoe was in the ring with a kendo stick. Buddy Matthews and Brody King sprinted to the ring, but Briscoe cracked them with the kendo stick. Briscoe pulled a steel spike out of the boot and tried to hit Black with it. Black dodged it, and Briscoe stabbed the turnbuckle. Malachi Black retaliated with a roundhouse kick to Mark Briscoe's head. Brody drilled Briscoe with a Dante's Inferno. I can already see it on Malachi and Buddy's face. They want to go home. Their wives, almost their wives, both of their wives, Zelina and Rhea are in WWE. They're probably saying, I get to travel with my wife. I guaranteed it'll be probably part of their fucking negotiations. Like, you want us back? All right. I get a bus. Buddy gets a bus. We need it for our wives. Make it happen. Simple. Give them a bus. Buddy goes on Monday. Malachi goes on Friday. Or if they do this whole break thing, Rhea could actually go over to SmackDown. Rhea probably will take the dogs, take the animals, and put it on the bus. There's a will, there's a way. She'll travel with him to SmackDown. They'll be on the road, and yada, yada, yada. She got that pull. She's the face of the women's division. She got that pull. The Professor, Serena Deeb, another one that is highly underrated, versus Lady Frost. Lady Frost drop kicked Deep in the back. Deep knocked Frost to the mat with a shoulder tackle. Deep hit Frost with a dragon screw leg whip. Serena Deep stunned Frost with a swinging neck breaker. Frost planted Deep with a chiller driller, but Deep kicked out at the count of two. Deep ducked spinning heel kick. Deep clocked Frost with a clothesline. Deep applied a single leg Boston Crab, and Lady Frost tapped out. Deep, the women's division in AEW is heating up. I put the locker room on notice. When I came back. Any singles woman that wants to step in the ring to or joining the division, the professor will be here waiting in the Deeb's dojo, because I am here to elevate the women's division. I am the professor is When the professor is in the ring, I wrestle, and Serena Deeb is back to claim this division and put the wrestling back in all elite wrestling. I'm having hopes. I'm not having high hopes. I'm just having hopes at this point. Main event time. Blackpool Combat Club of the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and Japanese legend Yon Ikemen. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. The Continental Crown champion Eddie Kingston is on commentary, as we all know. They chain wrestled at the start of the match. Danielson stopped on back of Yun's knees. Yun transitioned to cross-arm breaker, but Bryan rolled through and escaped. Danielson went back to working on Ikemen's leg. Yun gouged Danielson's eye to escape. Ikemen began to work on Danielson's arm with a hammerlock. Danielson rolled, knocking Yun out of the ring. Danielson tried to capitalize with a tope suicida, but Yun countered with a forearm. Danielson suplexed Yun on the arena floor. Danielson blasted Ikemen with a shotgun dropkick off the turnbuckle. Danielson charged at Ikemen, but Ikemen countered with a lariat. Fans chanted, "This is awesome, this is awesome." Danielson applied the label lock. Ikemen reached the ropes with his boots, forcing the ref to break the hold. Danielson climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Ikemen decked Danielson with a right hand. Danielson headbutted Yun. Danielson jumped off the top, but Yun countered with a big knee with a pile driver for a near fall. I hate when Bryan Danielson better stop this shit. He needs to tell people, like, hey, don't give me a fucking pile driver. Neck. Respect the neck. Ikemen went for a running knee strike, but Danielson captured it and put Yun in an ankle lock. Danielson sent Yun flying overhead with a released German suplex. Danielson dished out kicks, but Ikemen fired back with an exploder for a 2 count. Ikemen snatched Danielson with a guillotine choke. Danielson reached the ropes with his boot, and the ref broke the hold. Ikemen nailed Danielson with an exploder and then a knee strike. Danielson and Ikemen had the same idea, charging at one another with a running knee strike. Both men collided and fell to the mat. "It's a classic we're watching," said Tony Schiavone. Both men slugged one another, trading forearms in the center of the ring. Danielson went down in a heap. Danielson drilled Yun with a knee strike underneath the chin. Danielson charged at Yun with a running knee strike and pinned Ikemen. Danielson looked at Kingston and smirked. Danielson shook Ikemen's hand and then flipped off Kingston. Ikemen slapped Danielson in the face, seeing Danielson's sign of disrespect to Kingston. Danielson offered to shake Ikemen's hand again as an apology, and then kicked Ikemen between the legs. Kingston jumped in the ring and grounded and pounded Danielson. Claudio Castagnoli hit the ring, smothered Kingston, while Danielson stomped on Kingston. FTR sprinted to the ring to even up the odds for Kingston. Danielson and Claudio began to brawl with FTR. Tony Schiavone got word over the headset that Tony Khan that the coming up on Wednesday on Dynamite, there will be a trios match pinning FTR and Kingston against Mox, Claudio, and Danielson. Dynamite was coming from the Probst Arena in Von Buren Center in Huntsville, Alabama. And it's Sting's final appearance. So it was great. It was fucking awesome. All right, let's get to Raw, and then I can get you out of here, and then it'll be under an hour and a half, and then I can enjoy Friday. Yes, I can. Where's my... What did I do that for? All right. Monday Night Raw. This was the fallout show from the Elimination Chamber Perth 2024. And if you want, you could go check out my review. It's on the channel. It's very short. It was, it was really like, it could have been a Monday Night Raw match thing, but it is what it is. So we have on the deck on Monday, singles match, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura, street fight, the New Day, Kingston and Woods versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci from Imperium. Singles match, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus Grayson Waller, and the fallout from the Elimination Chamber Perth. The show opened up with Michael Cole announcing that tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw was sold out. And tonight sold out. Yay! No shit. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee welcomes you to the show. And the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, and the man Becky Lynch was shown arriving in the arena. And there were a video recapping this past weekend's Elimination Chamber Perth event. Dirty Dominic Mysterio is in the middle of the ring, introduces the women's world champion, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. I added the bloody, I'm sorry. As the greatest women's champion of all times, Mysterio holds the ropes open for Ripley, and Ripley welcomes fans to Monday Night Mommy. And the fans are starting to chant Mommy. Ripley says she walked into her home country as champion and left champion. Becky Lynch music hits, and Lynch makes her way down to the ring. Lynch says the man has come around to San Jose and to WrestleMania 40 to fight Ripley. Lynch then congratulates Ripley on retaining her title and says they both had a big night on Saturday. Lynch also says Ripley got to share a special moment with her family and friends, but they don't have to fly to WrestleMania to watch her lose. Dominic says no one talks to mommy like that. And Lynch tells him to pipe down. Lynch then tells Dominic she will put him in his place and tells Ripley she has been on quite a run. Lynch then says Dominic has been feeding Ripley her grapes. She has been the backbone of the company, all while writing a book. Ripley then asks Lynch if she's done when she warns for disrespecting Dominic and congratulates the man on winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Ripley says it's time for Lynch to stop disappointing her and get on her level, and that the man always thinks that they are the backbone of everything, but in reality, the man is always behind a great woman. Ripley then reminds Lynch who is on top and leaves the ring alongside Dominic. And that fucking outfit she had on. I had to fucking goddamn take a fucking ice pack to my chest. Varón, ay, Dios míos, muy caliente. I just said, oh my God, in 2 languages, okay? Italian and Spanish, okay? Yeah, okay. Nia Jackson blindsides Lynch from behind and hits Lynch with a leg drop. Jackson stares down at Ripley and hits a second leg drop on Lynch. Jax then drags Lynch into the corner, climbs to the second rope, and looks for a annihilator. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and other officials run down to the ring before Jax can do so. Pearce demands Jax leaves the ring if she wants to receive a fine. Jax then leaves. When we head to the back where Jackie Redmond interviews Nia Jax, Jax says there is no way Lynch should be going to WrestleMania after Jax beat her clean. Jax then says Liv Morgan would get 10 times worse than that, what Lynch got tonight. And I want to sit down, get your notepads out, get your tablets out, get your laptops, whatever, your Acabus, whatever, your tablet, whatever, your fucking stone tablet, whatever, get your chisel, whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you something now. If you decide to fucking take Lynch out and you're going to put Liv Morgan, that is wrong. It's never going to work. You want to know why? Because fucking she is supposedly the baby face, right? All right? You want her to actually fucking goddamn work her ass off. It's like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes went to WrestleMania last year and lost. This year, hopefully he gets handsomely rewarded. Liv Morgan is never going to fucking goddamn get that title. Look at her fucking title reign when she had the SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't remember a single fucking match that she has. She is unbelievable. She can't do fucking promos. She can't fucking goddamn do media. Rhea Ripley has been fucking doing media up the ass. She has fucking excelled at it. Are you going to take somebody to take the title off of fucking Rhea Ripley to only put it on Liv Morgan? It's like going from really fucking awesome to friggin' mediocre. I don't want to deal with a mediocre champion. For Christ's sakes, we got fucking goddamn Roman Reigns. That never comes to work. Now he's going to have to fucking come to work because of fucking The Rock. So please, for all your Liv Morgan fucking goddamn dick jerkers and cocksuckers, let me give you a little schooling on it. I've been watching it for 41 years, wrestling. All right? If they don't fucking... That's why they took the title off of her. Do you understand? Nobody's going to fucking pay money. And the fucking place is already sold out. You honestly think that they're going to put Liv Morgan in there? And if they do put Liv Morgan in there, it's going to be a triple threat. Guess who gets the pin? Becky Lynch is not taking the fucking pin. Liv Morgan's there to take the pin. So do you want your fucking precious Liv Morgan to take the pin and look like a fucking loser? Or do you want to have her go to Backlash and actually have an actual match? Which she's not going to win. Rhea Ripley is going to take that title to next year's WrestleMania. And I'm not going to fucking tell you it's going to be Bianca Belair because Bianca Belair doesn't need that. I would love to see fucking Roxanne Perez get it. And I'm going to put that out there. Or a Cora Jade, because I know at that point in fucking time, Rhea Ripley will be completely 100% babyface. Cora Jade comes in and says, I'm generation, whatever she's saying. She could be the CM Punk and AJ Lee coming in, fucking disrupting everything and whatnot. Then she could go after Rhea Ripley. What a fucking time for Rhea Ripley, knowing that she'll be maybe almost 30 years old, that she could put over a new talent. It's going to be Cora Jade or even a Roxanne Perez. Bianca Belair doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. She does not need it. She does not need it. She does not need it. She's an established star. You're going to give her another fucking WrestleMania moment? Come on. Enough. Liv Morgan is not going to be there. I would actually team her back up with Raquel Rodriguez, have her go for the fucking tag team titles in a fatal 4-way. We also had a TLC match at WrestleMania. Why can't we have one for the women? That would actually make the fucking titles more relevant. Give an ode to fucking hardcore because they're going to be in Philadelphia. Beautiful. Pay me, WWE. Pay me. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. The match starts off with Zayn and Nakamura's training shots. Zayn is sent out of the ring by Nakamura. Nakamura then sends Zayn into the barricade. Zayn then jumps on the barricade and hits a moonsault on Nakamura. Nakamura then works over Zayn, and Zayn responds with a slingshot leapfrog over Nakamura. Zayn then hits the Michinoku driver on Nakamura, but Nakamura gets a 2 count. Zayn hits a tornado DDT on Nakamura. Nakamura then rolls out of the ring, and Zayn goes for a dive, but but is Nakamura stops Zayn dead in his tracks. Zayn then rolls out on the apron, and Nakamura hits Zayn with a ground gory gourd buster. Zayn then hits Nakamura with a blue thunder bomb, but Nakamura kicks out at 2. Nakamura then counters and a hula kick attempt from Zayn with a knee strike. Nakamura then hits Zayn with a diving knee strike, but Zayn kicks out at 2. The match then spills to the outside. Nakamura then places Zayn on the barricade and hits Zayn with a diving knee. Zayn then rolls back into the ring at 9 to break the referee's count. Nakamura then hits Zayn with a Kinshasa finisher, but Zayn gets his foot on the bottom rope to break the count. Zayn then avoids the second Kinshasa and sends Nakamura into the corner. Zayn hits a hula kick finisher to the back of Nakamura's head. Zayn hits Nakamura with a second hula kick for the win. The winner is Sami Zayn. We get a video package recapping the feud between New Day and Imperium. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston were then shown arriving on the arena earlier today. It was announced that Diamond Dallas Page, Pat McAfee, and CM Punk would be among those added to the WWE 2K24 with a season pass. Cole says he knew about this already because he got to call all of their moves. McAfee says he's curious about what his moves actually were. Chelsea Green makes her way down to the ring for the next match. Green says that she's competing tonight in this match under protest. Green also says last week she would have won the last chance battle royal if Adam Pearce hadn't added Raquel Rodriguez. Green also says Rodriguez robbed her a chance to go to Perth and lose. Green then interrupted by Rodriguez's music, and Rodriguez makes her way down to the ring for the next match. Hold on. Oh, crap. Break church room pew. So this match starts off with Green drawing a fake line in the sand for Rodriguez to cross, but Rodriguez she goes and crosses it. Rodriguez then blasts Green with a lariat. Rodriguez then hits Green with a fallaway slam. Green then gets to her feet, but Rodriguez hits her with a second fallaway slam. Rodriguez then hits her with a Tejana bomb for the finisher. 1, 2, 3, and she picks up the win. If you're wondering why Raquel is not always now made up anymore, she's like this. She's got this skin disorder. It's similar to psoriasis, but what happens with her skin, it just like it breaks almost out and hides. And they're trying to get a hold on it, and hopefully it's an immune situation that she has to just like take medication for and it'll go down. But I feel terrible for her. I have psoriatic arthritis. I have psoriasis in the back of my scalp. I can't imagine having it all over my body. Oh my God, that is terrible. But still, shouldn't have got that fucking goddamn spot in the elimination chamber. I'm sorry. I will die on this hill. We go backstage where Jackie Redmond has interviewed Sami Zayn. Zayn says he needed tonight's win as a loss tonight. Would have been devastating to him, but not just for his road to WrestleMania. Zayn then says tonight's win would affirm in his belief that he was a contender and a path would come his way or he would find it. Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci then interrupts Zayn and just walks past him with a disgusted look. The WWE Intercontinental Champion, the Ring General, Gunther, then approaches Zayn, laughs in his face, and just walks off. Zayn then chuckles. You know what? I'm going to throw this out here. I don't want Sami Zayn going after the Intercontinental Championship. Let's think of the bigger picture, all right? What happened when Sami Zayn aligned himself with the bloodline? He infiltrated. So Sami Zayn would be perfect to add to the Imperium. Go inside and fucking goddamn. Then at Berlin, Germany, when they go over there, that's going to be the main event. Solves your problem. I want Gunther actually to. I mean, it's gonna suck because but I would like for him to go against Dominic. Dominic has earned that match with him. Honestly, he needs to have that match. He needs to, get in the ring with that type of athlete. Anyway. Kathy Kelly is shown interviewing the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. She's wondering if challenging The Rock was a smart strategy this close to WrestleMania 40. Rhodes says it wasn't really about strategy. It was simple because Rock slapped him across the face and he challenged Rock to a match. Rhodes then says he's looking forward to The Rock's response on SmackDown. Kelly then asks Rhodes about Grayson Waller. Rhodes says he liked Waller enough and Waller should like him as well. Rhodes also says on his first appearance on the Grayson Waller effect, he brought back main event Jey Uso to Raw. Rhodes then says he gave Waller an exclusive announcement of his challenge to The Rock. But tonight, Waller will be the main event of Raw where he gets to find out. Imperium makes his entrance as they are about to address the WWE Universe. The Ring General, Gunther, starts off by gloating about defeating main event Jey Uso last week. Gunther says he is still the greatest and longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Gunther also says he has to admit Jey got close to defeating him. Gunther also says he could feel the title slipping away, but it didn't matter. Gunther also says no one is perfect, but he is close. Gunther also says he has to put his heart, soul, and body into making this title the most prestigious in the company. Gunther also says he has defeated everyone put in his path. So who will he face at WrestleMania? I got the fucking perfect fucking man. Either Dominic Mysterio or Braun Breaker. He stands in the middle of the ring. If Dominic doesn't get this match, he gets a fucking mystery opponent. He does not know, and then we hear Braun Breaker. If it's not Braun Breaker, it's Carmelo Hayes. He loses to Ilya Dragunov, and he comes on to WrestleMania and he goes and defeats Gunther. And at a freak fucking victory, if you're going to do something like that. If it's Dominic, I would like to see him get the title, but I know it's not going to happen. Me and my dreaming. You know, it would be a great wedding gift. Wink, wink. Or do you want to hear the wrath of mommy? You pick your poison here, fucking WWE. I'm just giving you fucking ways of not getting nailed here, you know? Gunther named a bunch of potential challengers, laughs them all off. The Judgment Day then interrupts. And Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, says they ran the table at the Elimination Chamber and plan on doing the same at WrestleMania. Priest also says the Judgment Day plan on adding more gold, meaning the Intercontinental title. Gunther then laughs and says Priest obviously isn't cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase on him, so who is the challenger? Dirty Dominic Mysterio steps in front of Priest and gets drowned out by the boos. Gunther then pushes Priest, but Balor and the rest of the Judgment Day hold Priest back to the end of the segment. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley then is shown approaching Dominic Mysterio in the back, and she questions him about challenging Gunther, of all people. Ripley leaves, and Balor tells Mysterio that he better go smooth things out with Ripley. Dominic then bumps into Andrade, El Idolo, who tells Dominic that he was on his way to Adam Pearce's office to discuss his next opponent. Dominic then takes off. Now, if he's a face, if Andrade is a face, I mean, we can, he can, say, hey, you fucking goddamn harassed my wife when your mommy was going after her for her title. That's all that I can fucking think of. That's the rift, but that's stretching it. We go to the next match. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. The match starts off, and it's a street fight. And I love the fact that New Day came in jeans. Where the fuck were their brains with Ludwig and Giovanni? What, they couldn't come in like dress pants at least? Play up the fact that they took their dress shirts off, or they could have came in track pants or something, or something, like that you wear in the streets, sweatpants. I don't know. The match starts off with both teams fighting up the ramp. Vinci sends Woods into the Tron. Kaiser and Vinci then beat down Kingston. Woods then hits Kaiser with a trombone. Kingston and Woods then drag Vinci and Kaiser back to the ring. The New Day then tries to set up a table, but is cut off. Woods and Kingston then delivers stereo dives onto Kaiser and Vinci. Kaiser and Vinci then work on Woods, but Kingston and Woods takes over, and they are now working on Kaiser with the kendo sticks. Woods then tells Kingston to get the tables. Woods then puts Vinci through a table with a diving elbow off the top rope. The New Day then hit a backbreaker stomp combo on Vinci, but Kaiser pulls Vinci out of the ring and breaks the count. Kingston then takes Kaiser out with a dive. Woods and Kingston then set up for the Midnight Hour finisher, but Vinci pushes Kingston off the top rope and crashes through a table. Kaiser then sends Woods into a chair and in the corner. Woods then falls into a roll-up from Kaiser, and Kaiser holds Woods down for a 3 count. Winner of the street fight, Imperium, which I'm glad. See, the New Day does not need it. Does not need it. They have already established these guys are fairly new to WWE Universe. So I'm happy about that. We want to head back where Raw General Manager Adam Pearce was showing having a conversation with Bronson Reed on the phone until Chad Gable approaches him. Gable says he is there not just as a competitor, but as a father. Gable says that he came so close to beating Gunther, but that's not what haunted him. It's what haunted him was his daughter being reduced to tears. Gable then says Gunther laughed at her misery and called him a bad father. Gable then says to anyone else this was just a championship match, but to him it meant more. I mean, even him. I mean, there is a lot of people, but see, the thing is that Gunther has already beaten them, and I would like to see a brand new person to get that rub from Gunther because I know Gunther is going to be handsomely rewarded for the world title. I would say if Drew McIntyre has not signed, I think he gets a title run, and he's going to do the job and go to Gunther. But also, there's the thing with CM Punk. So I don't know. I have never been being so not been able to predict something like this in years. It's like, I can't believe for the first time we don't know what the fuck is going on. And I love it. I hate predictability. I like unpredictability because it's fun, because it's surprising. I like surprises when it comes to wrestling. But if you fucking surprise me in real life, you're fucking dead. I won't be a happy camper. Trust me, I will be pissed off. You won't be in my life anymore. I'll cut you out. And I'm meaning sarcastically. I'm not meaning joke like really. I mean, that would be terrible, But yeah, I don't want to be surprised. I had my baby shower and I kid you fucking not. I fucking hated the surprise. I went to my aunt's house for a fucking goodbye party for my cousin, and and it turned out to be my baby shower for my son. I fucking hated it. I looked like shit. I went there with fucking like literally cool clothes. I did not get dressed up. I didn't have makeup on. I looked like death warmed over. I was 8.5 months pregnant. I didn't care at this point. I didn't care what I looked like. I just went. And I wish somebody would have told me to like kind of dress up a little bit. But I came and whatever the case may be, I just hate surprises. Okay. Just, give me a little hint. So anyway, prior to the next match, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark say they didn't appreciate that Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae got a women's tag team title shot just because Hartwell was from Australia. Baszler and Stark then told Asuka and Kairi Sane to pay attention to tonight's match because they would make their opponents tap out. Baszler and Stark then say they would do the same to Asuka and Sane and finally become champions. When we get to the next match, and I didn't care because, let's make the women's division a whole better, all right? Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. The match starts off with LeRae sending Stark out of the ring. LeRae then hits a dive on Stark. LeRae goes for a slingshot DDT, but Baszler puts a stop to that and slams LeRae down. Stark and Baszler then work over LeRae's arm. LeRae then manages to tag in Hartwell clears the ring, but Baszler gets a blind tag. Hartwell then hits a spinebuster on Stark. Baszler then puts Hartwell in the Karafuda clutch out of nowhere, and Hartwell taps out. No shit. My nose is actually not that bad today. Fantastic, I know. But it's now stuffy, so I can't win. I swear. I really fucking can't win. When we head to the back where R-Truth was in Judgment Day's clubhouse and was approached by Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz. By the way, The Miz got stuck in a fucking goddamn room in the fucking goddamn arena. They actually had a fucking goddamn punch a hole in the fucking door. It's hilarious. Go on TikTok, Mrs. TikTok, and it's all there. but I found it hilarious. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Our truth came through Gargano. Our truth, though, Gargano and Ciampa thought that Gargano and Ciampa were Shawn Michaels and Triple H. DIY says Truth was always cheering them up, so they were going to cheer him up by getting revenge on Judgment Day. They would make some sort of more DX reference. Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre makes his way down to the ring to address the WWE Universe. McIntyre starts off by saying, we did it," and the prayers of the WWE Universe has made and has made McIntyre versus Rollins match happen at WrestleMania 40. McIntyre then says he burst his eardrum and has several other injuries from the Elimination Chamber. McIntyre says the doctors told him that he may not be cleared for him for WrestleMania. McIntyre asks the fans if they thought he was CM Punk. McIntyre then says there was nothing that can keep him from WrestleMania. McIntyre then sits in the ring, similar to CM Punk, to mock the best in the world, and the crowd boos. McIntyre asks world heavyweight champion to join him in the ring. Seth freaking Rollins comes out. Rollins welcomes the fans to Monday Night Rollins and says he's the only thing that's standing in McIntyre's way. McIntyre then chastised Rollins for being distracted by the drama happening on SmackDown with the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes. McIntyre then tells Rollins that if he doesn't mind his business, the Bloodline will interfere in their match at WrestleMania, and the Bloodline will taint McIntyre's victory. McIntyre then asks Rollins to back off. Rollins says he respects what McIntyre has just said, but some risks are worth taking. Rollins also says everything McIntyre has said he has already thought about. Rollins also says McIntyre may be right at WrestleMania, maybe an easy night for him, but what if McIntyre is wrong? Rollins then admits that he has been selfish in his career and in his life, and it wasn't until he had his daughter that it realized that not everything was about him. Rollins says taking down the Bloodline is bigger than all of them. Rollins also says that it doesn't matter if he's champion or McIntyre is champion. At some point, the Bloodline is going to come for this title. McIntyre also says if he can rid the world of the Bloodline at WrestleMania, it will just be Rollins and McIntyre. Rollins then says some risks are worth taking, and then he drops the mic and walks away. Then we get the entrance to the next match, and in the blink of an eye, I didn't fucking care about this match because Liv Morgan is just not, it is what it is. So Nia Jax and Liv Morgan. The match starts off with Morgan hitting a dropkick to Jax in the corner. Morgan then lands a left hand on Jax, then hits Jax with a step-up knee and looks to hit a Hurricane Rana. Jax catches Morgan and gets her up on her shoulders, then hits Morgan with a Samoan drop. Jax then follows up with a splash in the corner and a hip attack, then sends Morgan's face bouncing off the turnbuckle. Jax goes for a leg drop on the apron, but Morgan moves out of the way and hits a tope suicida on Jax. Jax runs over Morgan and goes for a senton. Morgan rolls out of the way and hits a codebreaker on Jax off the second rope. Then they goes for a pin. Jax out of nowhere delivers a headbutt on Morgan, but Morgan sends Jax into the ring post shoulder first, collides with the ring post on the outside. The man Becky Lynch then appears out of nowhere, blasts Jax with a forearm to cause a disqualification. And that's the right thing to do. So after the match, Lynch says Jax repeatedly into the announce desk and that continues to beat her down. Jax escapes and the referee holds her back. We then get it back. We head backstage where Kathy Kelly is interviewing Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Waller says Rhodes disrespected him in his home and Rhodes attacked his boy. Theory and Waller did everything he could stop it. Waller then says he will disrespect Rhodes in his house tonight and the bloodline would pick the bones. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee send their condolences on the family of Ole Anderson on behalf of the World WWE following the news of his tragic passing earlier on Monday. The man Becky Lynch is then shown telling Raw General Manager Anna Pierce that she wants a match against Nia Jax. Lynch also tells Pierce that she would be able to focus on her match at WrestleMania until she ends Jax. Pierce then made it official for next week. Morgan then confronted Lynch and says she was in the middle of a match, but she knew Lynch didn't care. Morgan then told Lynch that not everything was about her. So we're going to eventually get her getting Liv and Becky a match. And you know what's going to happen. Jackie Redmond is shown interviewing main event Jey Uso. Redmond asked Jey how he would rebound after losing last week. Jey says he would keep being himself and keep being main event Jey Uso. Jey then says he was close to becoming Intercontinental Champion, and every time he comes close to something, he comes up short. Jey also says every time he was trying to win a title, do something positive or bring himself up, he comes up short on that because of past enemy on Raw or even his own family. Drew McIntyre then approaches Jey Uso and tells him that he wants Jey to know from the bottom of his heart that he deserves all of this. Jey Uso then attacked Drew McIntyre and they brawl until it was quickly broken up by the officials. A couple of matches are announced next week. We have Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso, Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. Then we go to the entrances of the main event. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus Grayson Waller. The match starts off with Waller delivering a few strikes to Rhodes. Waller then works over Rhodes in the corner. Rhodes then responds with a chop. Waller then sends Rhodes into a turnbuckle before delivering a few knees. Rhodes then hits Waller with a delayed gourd buster. Michael Cole then announces on the commentary team that Paul Heyman has arrived backstage. Theory then distracts Rhodes and Waller attacks Rhodes from behind. Rhodes flies out of the ring and lands on Theory. Rhodes then hits a Cody collar on Waller and hits his crossroads finisher for the 1-2-3. After the match, Paul Heyman makes his way down with his own security detail. And Cody Rhodes heads out of the ring and grabs a chair. Heyman starts off by introducing himself. Rhodes interrupts him and says he doesn't care. Rhodes then tells the bloodline to come and get him this is a setup, and Heyman insists it's not a setup. Heyman says he's the only member of the bloodline in the SAP Center. Heyman says the three men behind him are suspended NYPD officers. Thank you, Paul Heyman, for shouting out New York, and tells Rhodes to keep The Rock's name out of his mouth. Heyman then pleads with Rhodes to withdraw his challenge for a match against The Rock. Rhodes says that he hasn't spoken about The Rock on the microphone or trashed him in the media because he was a fan. Rhodes says no one has sold more tickets than him, and he is done being nice. Rhodes then reiterates to the bloodline to come up and get him if this is a setup. Heyman asks him if he can get in the ring. Rhodes tells Heyman he can't, and the officers get inside. Rhodes then says if one more person takes one more step closer to him, he will drop everyone inside the ring. Heyman asks if that applies to him, and Rhodes says he is wrong. Rhodes then goes after the officers and hits them with a chair, then hitting a crossroads on one of them. Heyman then calls Reigns and The Rock on his cell phones, the two of them, and Rhodes tells him to call them because the bloodline isn't hunting him because he is the one hunting them. Rhodes then tosses the two officers out of the ring, stands tall to close the show, and that's when I'm going to close my show. And I want everybody to have a great Friday. I want everybody to have a great Friday, and we're on Revolution weekend, Sting's last match, and we should be copacetic for the rest of the weekend. I will be going probably live at 9 a.m. with my preview and predictions, so look forward to that. I will tweet it out when I'm finished. I will be going live Monday at some point to do the review, because I know this is like midnight shit. You know this. I'm not doing midnight shit. Please go like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications, so when I go live or upload a video, you will know about it. Please follow me, Mel's Mat Chat, on Instagram, Threads, Facebook. You can follow me there. You can follow me on X, TikTok, and Cameo. So go find me out on there, Mel's Mat Chat. Also, please go and check out the people over at Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And please go and check out HOG Wrestling, House of Glory. They're having their show tomorrow, Saturday, March 2nd, and it's Reckoning. We have debuts of Mustafa Ali versus the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Alex Shelley, for the Crown Jewel Champion, Lo Sombra versus Lance Anoa'i, HOG World Heavyweight Champion Mike Santana versus Penta El Zero Mieno, Sweet Cheeks for Stanhausen, Violet and Diamond versus Kiki and Kumar, the Rascals versus Cashflow Inc., and on April 5th, Wrestling Revolver and House of Glory will be having a show together on WrestleMania weekend. Mustafa Ali versus Amazing Red, Alex Shelley versus Hog Champion Mike Santana, the Rascals, Grizzled Young Veterans will be there. Steve Macklin versus Charles Mason. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, La Casa del Gloria. They will be having another event. So get there. They will be going on sale March 8th. Saturday, May 25th, Boston. And the only person who is being set for that is El Helio Vikingo. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it because he's injured. So that is that. Please do me a favor. Please, please, please. April's coming. Autism Awareness Month. World Autism Awareness Day is April 2nd. Please do me a favor. Wear blue. Take a selfie. Hashtag it World Autism Awareness Day. Tag me in it, because I'm the voice of the voiceless, and I'm my son's advocate. I'm an advocate before advocacy was cool. Thank you, Paul Heyman. Have a great Friday, and I will be back on here on 9 a.m. on Sunday with the preview and predictions of Revolution. Have a great Friday. I love you all. Enjoy SmackDown. Toodles. Love you.